In this video, we will be discussing about value chain analysis. First, let us understand what is the meaning of value chain analysis. The value chain analysis is a process of identifying and dividing different activities of a business into primary and support activities and evaluating their contribution towards value creation to the final product. After dividing different activities involved in a value chain, each individual activities are then compared with the individual activities of the competitors, and then those activities are thoroughly analyzed. There are two different approaches of value chain analysis. The first one is cost advantage approach, and the second one is differentiation advantage approach. We will be discussing these approaches in the next slide in details. Then coming to the stages in value chain analysis. There are three stages of value chain analysis. The first one is activity analysis. In this step, the entire value chain is thoroughly analyzed. All the activities that are undertaken starting from input sourcing to the final delivery of finished goods or services are identified. Then second stage is value analysis. In this step, all the activities are evaluated in terms of the value it is adding to the product or the service and how it can be enhanced. And finally, the third stage, evaluation planning. In the third stage, you evaluate whether it is worth making changes or not. Depending upon your decision, a plan for action is created. Okay. Now we will be discussing about value chain analysis approaches. As discussed in the previous slide, there are two approaches. First one is cost advantage approach, and the second one is differentiation advantage approach. Now we will be discussing about cost advantage approach and the steps involved in it. Cost advantage approach is used when the organizations try to compete on costs and want to understand the sources of their cost advantage or disadvantage and what factor drive those costs. Basically, in simple terms, we can say that this approach focuses on how the cost of production can be minimized. Many companies like Amazon.com, Walmart, McDonald's, Ford, Toyota use this this approach. Then there are five steps which are followed in applying this approach. The first step is identify the firm's primary and support activities. As discussed earlier, all the activities starting from sourcing, receiving, and storing raw material to processing, marketing, selling, and after sales activities are clearly identified and separated from each other. And the second step is establish the relative importance of each activity in the total cost of the product. The total cost of manufacturing goods or services must be broken down according to the activity, and the relative importance of each is established. Now, each activity can be benchmarked against similar activity of competitors, efficiency or inefficiency established using activity based costing. Then comes the third step. Identify cost drivers of each activity. Cost drivers for each activities are identified in this stage, as these drivers alone will help the analyst to improve them for better efficiency. For example, cost for labor intensive activities will be driven by hours of labor put, speed of work, wages paid, etc. Different activities will have different cost drivers. Then step 4, identify links between activities. All the activities in a value chain are interlinked. Mm, wherever the, wherever there is a cost alternation in one activity, it may create a cascading effect on the subsequent activities as well. We will take an example to understand this clearly. In manufacturing automobile, a design change can lead to fewer requirements of components in the product, which may again lead to less faulty parts and lower the service cost. So this is called the cascading effect. But sometimes care must be taken, as cost reduction in one activity can lead to increased cost for some other activities. And then the last step, identify opportunities for reducing cost. After comparing the individual activities with the competitors' activities, the firm can easily plan ways to improve the situation. For example, if there is a requirement of high labor cost in an activity, then the company can try to increase the production by moving into automated process. Now we will be discussing about differentiation advantage approach. This approach is followed uh, when a firm tries to create a differentiation its um, as compared to its competitors. The firm that strive to create superior product or services use differentiation advantage approach. For example, Apple, Google, Samsung, and Starbucks. So the steps followed are: the first step is identify the customer's value creating activities. At the outset, uh, the entire value chain has to be mapped from input sourcing to finally delivering the product or service to the customer. Each activities has to be carefully evaluated and assessed in terms of their importance in uh, in creating value for the customer. All activities create some or other value for the customer, but we now focus on those activities which creates the most customer value. For example, the the success of Apple products can be attributed more to their successful marketing activities than the great product features. There are many other companies who have similar high quality features too, but could not compete with Apple. Then step 2, evaluate the differentiation strategies for improving customer value. In this step, the firm has to take a decision on which differentiation strategy would best suit them to gain competitive advantage. There are different alternatives for differentiation, out of which the firm has to choose one they want to implement. The different strategies are: differentiation through added product features, differentiation through increased focus on customer service and responsiveness, provide customization to the customers, offer complementary products to the customers. And then comes the uh, last stage: identify the best sustainable differentiation. In this step, the best strategy, which is long term as well as sustainable, is chosen, which can help the organization to gain and maintain competitive advantage. So now we have completed the value chain analysis, and in the next slide and in the next video we will be discussing about application of value chain. Thank you.